Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines Falcon Falls. This is episode 5, I believe. And, yeah, welcome back. So, another week has passed already, very quickly, to be honest. Anyway, so, as you can see, we have begun some work on a commercial zone. So I apologize that you didn't see me placing the buildings and such. I had actually recorded that as a live gameplay thing, just to record something live. Except, I don't know what happened to that file. I think I deleted it by mistake or something, like permanently deleted it. I looked in my recycle bin and stuff, it's not even there, so that's sort of a disappointment. It wasn't really much, though. It was just placing buildings and parking lots, so you're gonna get all the detail work shown in this episode, so it should be okay. But yeah, so anyway, we are using the evergreen color correction, as you might have noted, and I thought that the trees were gonna look all of them were gonna look extremely deep green, and it was gonna make them lose their detail, but it didn't actually happen. I think the trees look great. With evergreen, I think they look fine. So, I'm really happy with how this is looking. You guys can tell me in the comments. I think evergreen's really nice because I like the contrast on it, and I like the deep green grass, and, I don't know. I really like it. I don't know exactly what it is. It's just a really nice, color correction. I think it just brings out a lot of detail and makes stuff look really realistic, so yeah, I think this looks amazing. So anyway, as you can see, we did use the modern roads, the modern pedestrian streets, and I believe they're like the modern stone ones or whatever from Network Extensions. And yeah, so these, I don't know. I think they're like, like where I am, they're not extremely common. Like in a parking lot like that, really not common at all. But I guess some places, you might see that. So, I think it's fine, and I think no matter what, it just adds some texture and brightness and just a little bit of. It just needed a little contrast, because if that was just like a concrete street, it would look weird, and if it was just pavement, I don't know if I'd like that. So yeah, I think this was sort of probably the best thing I could go with. So yeah, so we've got about 20 minutes of time-lapse footage in this episode, which is definitely a lot. It might actually end up being cut. I haven't really, I'm watching this over before, cutting it and stuff, and just seeing what should be cut, and so far, there's not really much stuff that needs to be cut, so yeah, I'd like to try to change my mountain texture, because my mountain texture is currently just the realistic texture from the realistic theme. And right now what I'm doing with my textures is I've got my terrain texture replacer is pretty much doing most of the work. It overrides, well, actually, so my base theme is realistic temperate, and my terrain texture replacer replaces the pavement or the concrete or whatever, and the gravel. So I'm using the tiled strict toaster concrete, except brighter. I brightened it, and then I'm using the strict toaster gravel. Other than that, it's just realistic. So yeah, so I would like to change my mountain texture because it's sort of low def close. If you've used realistic, you know that, etc. So yeah, I won't explain that too much. It's just close up. The mountain texture looks really, really low def. So, Fresh sent me the PNG for the mountain sounds, which is his theme. He sent me that PNG for the mountain texture, and I've tried to use it, but there's some workaround he used in the actual theme that I can't add using terrain texture replacer, so I'm gonna have to change my base theme and override stuff, and it's just going to be really annoying to do. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing that in the next week or so. I just want to try to get my hands on the realistic grass texture, because I don't actually have that. I have every other realistic texture, I mean, except gravel, but I'm not really using that. But yeah, I'm going to try to get my hands on the realistic grass texture, and I don't think you can actually extract it from the theme file itself. I have no idea, but yeah, I want to figure out how to get my hands on that so I can override it using Terrain Texture Replacer, because I like the realistic grass a lot. Yeah, moving on. So in the next episode, we're going to be working on an American suburban home type neighborhood thing with the eclectic suburban homes, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm actually almost finished with that, like that episode. So I just want to get this one out before I continue. So I'm just trying to edit this and do the audio and stuff right now. Also, I got some requests on my last video here, so I got some requests from people who wanted a little more music variety. So the music I'm using, it's always in the description. It's audionautics.com or something. Yeah, so audionautics.com or whatever, and then I'm using one song by Ben Sounds usually, which is like some of my time-lapse music. I don't really use it while I'm commentating because it's a little bit faster and such, and I like to use sort of low-key type music while I'm commentating, just so it doesn't really distract you from the commentary itself. But yeah, anyway, so just gotten some requests for music variety, and I completely agree. Gonna be adding some tracks to the mix. You might have heard a different one, which is also a Audionautics thing. You probably heard that at the beginning of the video. It was the first track right before I started commentating. I decided to start commentating a little bit later on in this video, but yeah, so there's that, and I'm going to probably add a few more tracks moving on here, and I will download probably some more from Audionautics, because the guy who made that music made some pretty good music. I'm not gonna lie. It's perfect for what I need with this, which is like I couldn't really ask for anything more, which is sort of calm acoustic type music. He's got a ton of, and then some other genres, but the calm acoustic type stuff is really good for this type of a video, and that's sort of the style I want to go with for this series. So yeah, anyway, as you can see, we are working on a little area, sort of a backlot type thing with the firehouse and the police station and such, and we're doing a little just greenery. I didn't want to leave this area with too much concrete. I wanted to add a lot of greenery, or at least a decent amount, so I hope that ends up being what it looks like in the end, so we'll see. As we expand and continue this series, I want to make sure not to stop adding greenery. I want to continue adding a lot of greenery, because I feel like if you go with too much concrete and a little bit of greenery, it just, I don't know. You need greenery. So there are going to be a lot of trees. Yeah, I currently don't have the unlimited trees mod or anything, so I'm not really worried about it for a while. I've deleted all the default trees on this map, and they're just like some default trees I don't really care about anyway, so I removed those, and in the future I will get the unlimited trees mod once I need it. And yeah, since the don't crash mod is so amazing, my load time is now like 3 minutes. It's just crazy that somebody could do that and completely fix the game for so many people. It's just amazing. So yeah, as you might have noted here, we're trying to we're almost finished, except the time-lapse has a long time to go. It looks like we've still got like 5 minutes, a little bit more, so I'm gonna end up cutting that a bunch probably. So yeah, we're working on adding some smaller commercial rather than more big buildings. I think the two big department store type things, and then the car dealership. I'm gonna continue putting a lot of car dealerships around, because at least where I am, there are a decent amount of car dealerships. Yeah, I will try to actually add more of those. So also I have gotten After Dark and Snowfall finally. Yeah, took long enough. Anyway, I got them pretty much because I wanted to have trams, taxis, leisure tourism, commercial type stuff, and yeah, I didn't want to really continue without those because I'd probably need the international airport anyway. You know, once we built the airport, because the default's little airport's sort of small, and there aren't. I'm not gonna lie, I think there's like an airport that came out like pretty recently, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's like 200 no, it's like not gigabytes. That would be sort of nuts if I downloaded that. It would sort of get rid of the rest of the space on my SSD. But yeah, it's like 200 megabytes. It's a huge airport, and that came out recently. But I don't know. I might just end up. We'll see. The airport's probably going to be towards the end of the series. It's on the way other side of the map, and yeah, we still gotta build the city and stuff. So yeah, I hope to be in like maybe 2 months or something, beginning work on the city. We just gotta expand a bunch first. We've still got sort of Brooklyn style buildings to add and stuff, so we've still got a lot of stuff to do. And anyway, so I'm going to leave you guys with some more time-lapse footage. I don't think I'm actually going to cut it because I realized that this commentary is almost over and there wasn't really much repeat stuff going on. I've been cutting the time-lapse footage a bunch because I like do a bunch of a certain thing. So yeah, in the next episode, there was a spot where I just placed trees for like 2 hours, and I'm not going to include that because it was literally just placing trees over and over again in the same style, placing some props. It was like sort of boring, so I'm not gonna be. I didn't end up recording that, so that won't be in the next video. I've sort of taken some advice, and I'm sort of trying to make my time-lapse footage. I don't want people to get bored of what they're seeing, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna end off the audio here, and I will see you at the end of the time-lapse for a little bit of live gameplay, I believe looking at what we have built. everybody, I am back. So as you can see, we are finished here for the most part with our commercial zone. So yeah, anyway, I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. I think it's probably the best builds we've done in the series thus far. So anyway, makeshift cinematic for you guys there. Anyway, so yeah, look at this. I'm so excited for the outcome of this. So off camera, I didn't put everything on camera in this. I just tried to not repeat stuff and whatever. Thanks to Strict Toaster for the suggestion. You guys can give me your opinions on that. I don't know how the actual video will end up turning out because I haven't actually edited it yet. But yeah, anyway, so I did this off camera, just a little filler type thing, added some flowers and whatever. Not bad. Little dog park. So yeah, I guess we can explore quickly what you might not have seen as much of on camera. So we did this here. Also, thanks to Addis for actually telling me the name of this rock wall asset. I've literally been looking for this for like 6 months or something. Yeah, this prop right here. It's called Wall Rock 1 or something on the workshop. I don't know. But yeah, I've been looking for it forever, and of course, looking up Stonewall won't find it because it's not just the name isn't quite that simple. Also, look at this Weeping Birch by Mr. Mason. Look at that thing. Yes, extremely happy with how these look right here. I feel like the 100% of my trees pretty much would be like Mr. Mason's trees if I didn't use these conifers as sort of my main trees. I like them because they're sort of, I think a lot of people like them because they're low try and they're sort of clean and simple. And since they're low try and their texture isn't incredible, they're great for just I don't know, just the main tree in your, I don't know. Anyway, so we added this metro here. I wanted to add this just so that we wouldn't have to destroy anything later on, because I'm definitely gonna have a sort of a metro system that extends out. This is probably gonna be as far as it goes though. This will probably be like the furthest out. And then we'll have like here, and then the Brooklyn style buildings are gonna begin around here, and the Manhattan style buildings, it's just gonna sort of increase and whatever. And yeah, so I just wanted to get the just to make sure we're set up for our metro system. So yeah, I know this these cars back here, it's not extremely realistic that they're sort of gated off and behinds and whatever. Like usually you'd see them up front being advertised and stuff, but I don't think it's horrible. And I sort of I guess I didn't want this parking lot, I figured this would be sort of, I don't know, it's really sort of not realistic, but I didn't really want to place parking spots one by one, just so that cars wouldn't park, and then, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's fine, and it's not too unrealistic and such. So yeah, these modern roads I'm not 100% sure about, but I think they look nice because they add texture and everything, and they're not extremely uncommon. I just don't see stuff like that too often. So anyway, I love how this turned out over here, and I added some cars in there because why not? The auto care center. I think this back area, I love this back area because it's sort of I don't know, just all the gates and the fences and such, and just all of that pipe is very badly aligned, but whatever. So yeah, I think this whole back area looks awesome because it's a combination of greenery and this pit stop is sort of just it's back here, but not you'd see something like this behind not as expensive property and stuff. Just something like this behind commercials. I don't know. At least I've seen stuff like that. So I think that looks great. The greenery I think looks pretty nice, and then yeah, just tried to make a pretty big park over here. I think this turned out great. And then I have this little service road going back here, so that these buildings can actually be serviced. And yeah, just so the stuff is able to be delivered, because I have like fences and stuff up front, and stuff. So yeah, I figure. And then I like this thing. I love these round textures. I'm definitely gonna try to use more of those in the future. So maybe I'll have like a sort of an older type district in the main city, and I'll use cobblestone streets. So I added this just to increase land value a tiny bit, but I'll probably keep it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like. It really is appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more, and enjoy these cinematics.